Hi, Nick Duffy here from Nick Duffy Golf and MMG Golf Performance. Here to give a little tip about stuff I've been seeing on my lesson tee recently. Just basically a lot of players working on not getting the club coming too far from the inside on the way back, not over-rotating that sweet spot. I rarely see someone who gets the hands too deep, too far back, too early. What we normally see is club head, sweet spot of the club, get in too early. So this is going to be talking a little bit about how to get better at not doing that and how to not let that club creep so far inside so early. So here, I set up a little drill, an easy way to kind of do it when you first start. So if we start out here, good setup, have the stick approximately about, the same lie angle as like your 7-iron. A little distance from the ball to where just the sweet spot would catch it, right? We can feel the club wanting to work more up the plane as it gets to this point in time, not letting our hands move out, club head move in, and then club get 2 bar behind us. So a lot of the reason why that move is important about getting out of your swing, out of your game, is the fact that if we let our hands go out first, club head get behind us, what's that setting up is a very, very flat hip turn, shoulder turn, and arm plane. So now we got this club all the way to the club behind us. You will see the occasional player, aka like a Daniel Berger, who could actually do this. He actually gets it a bit this way early, stays this way to the top, still maintains the turn pretty well, and then from here, the club shallows very, very well. Difference between him and I'd say 90% of the people I see, they get this club behind them early, they don't turn as well, they kind of just let everything go flat and around them. Now they get all the way to the club, all the force in the club, not wanting them to go this way. Shallow it. They're actually kicking it back out pretty severe and having a little bit of issue of getting the club to actually come back on the ball consistently without A, missing it completely, B, going into the ground behind them. So overall, the goal here is going to be getting the club to work more out, or the club head a little bit more out, going back, right? So we're just going to look a bit like this. The club head's going to work out, but the hands are going to work in. So it's like the hands are going to work over like my right toe, right foot. I don't want to see is hands move out, club head moves in. And it's that initial move that tends to get a lot of people I see. It's not so much that they don't know where this is going, always, it's the hands going a crazy plane. So that's going to be a big thing, a big topic of, kind of why, a big subject in why players don't get better. The hands want to move independently of the body, whether that be up, out, down, whatever it may be. I'm one of those, I tend to get it too far going this way, and now I get all this to get from behind me through the ball. I'd rather be there than the other way, be a little steep, just way easier to play from there. But overall, when these hands start tracking in a very out of plane motion or way in the opposite path you want to move it to get the club and body to work the best you can, that's when you're going to start seeing some kind of weird stuff pop up. So we're talking about planes of the golf swing, a little more neutral looking, going up the plane, shoulders and hips matching, being a bit steeper. Now it's going to be easier to shallow on the way down. The club, the body, everything is going to want to go this way on the way down instead of it getting the opposite, which is way behind us and going this way on the way down. So in general, if we get this club turning a little bit better back, working more up the plane and down the plane, it's going to be way more consistent, way less work, way less practice. So hopefully this can help you out, and we can get you better at golf from there. Thanks. All right, so here's another variety of a drill to help you with what we're talking about, trying to get the hands working a bit more in and not so far out in the initial takeaway, because that is initially or essentially what causes what we're talking about. The inside sweet spot, get the club too deep, the sweet spot too deep, and have to kick it back out. So the drill I like to use sometimes on players as well, put an alignment stick or something down here, especially as a visual. You can even just take one of your head covers just so the player really sees it. Put it on top of that stick so they don't hurt themselves. So essentially it's going to do is keep them really aware of this part of the swing. So now as we take it back, if I start to do this at all, raise the shaft, get it too high, hands kick up too much, now I'm going to be hitting that stick, right? So now I'm going to be really good in my takeaway, this hand staying nice and low to really feel how that's going to work. So from there, I could just get better at training the initial takeaway, do a little bit lower speed swings, and then really dial in that new move. If you liked the video you just saw, please click the like button, subscribe, and leave a little comment just saying what you want in the video or what we can do better next time to help you with your game. Please feel free to visit Nick Duffy Golf for any other information upon what I can help you with in your game. Thanks.